Snowfall warnings are blanketing many regions of the province tonight, and it could be just a foreshadowing of what's yet to come later this week. As our John Hernandez is finding out, temperatures are set to plummet.
The snow is starting to pile up atop Burnaby Mountain. For many who live up here, it's better late than never.
I think it's really exciting. We were hoping for a white Christmas and we didn't get it, and now we've got it. We've just made a snowman.
It just didn't feel festive this year, so this is definitely a good change.
But commuters might be a bit more wary.
It's always a little bit nerve-wracking because I live out in the suburbs across the Portman Bridge, and I'm never sure what it's going to be like at SFU or what the commute's going to be like.
Commuter chaos that never quite came. Snow began falling across Metro Vancouver this morning, but turned into rainfall by the afternoon. Still, meteorologists warn it could be a sign of what's to come.
We need to be cognizant that this is kind of the prelude to a very interesting week of weather. El Nino is essentially on pause right now.
After an unseasonably warm December, snow has been piling up on BC mountain passes. Today, police confirmed a fatal crash on the Coquihalla south of Merritt and are urging drivers to slow down. Snowfall warnings have been issued for parts of the Fraser Valley and Howe Sound.
If you're traveling through and everything else, make sure you've got fuel in your vehicles and you have prepared yourself.
Sometimes we forget that we are in the mountains and conditions can change very, very quickly.
Temperatures are expected to drop well below zero through the week, including in Metro Vancouver. Officials warn that could mean challenging commutes in the days ahead.
We're out there trying to make it safe for the traveling public as much as possible. If we have congestion or a lot of vehicles out in the road, our trucks travel the same speed that the congestion is moving, so it just slows us down.
And then there's the wind, which is also expected and could coincide with high tides, a combination that's proved particularly destructive in years past.
We're especially concerned along the Victoria coast, southern, towards Juan Fuca Strait, the Gulf Islands, and maybe even Boundary Bay.
The potential for an eventful week after a quiet start to the winter. John Hernandez, CBC News, Burnaby.
Well, parts of Vancouver Island saw 10 centimeters of snow today. And as Claire Palmer tells us, more snow is expected there as well later this week.
Nanaimo has its first taste of winter.
Take your time, be careful. It's our first shot of winter, so it's a big adjustment for a lot of people, but give yourself lots of time and lots of space to get where you need to go safely.
Snow has been in the forecast for almost a week, and the city of Nanaimo has been preparing.
All weekend we had trucks out preparing the roads, and we're seeing another band coming in later in the week, so we're treating this as a bit of a training session, making sure all of our equipment is ready to go when we're expecting to see more snow and colder temperatures starting Thursday morning.
Some areas on Vancouver Island were expecting to get 5 to 10 centimeters of snow today. In Nanaimo, it was a mix of rain and snow. Many are taking the chance to get their snow tires on after a mild start to the winter. At Cal Tire, business is picking up.
The first snowfall of the year brings in a lot of customers. Usually when the snow falls in November, December, it's usually busier then, but that early January snowfall can also cause a lot of customers to come and get tires and get their winter tires put on.
Today is just a taste of what's to come, with more snow and accumulation in the forecast for later this week.
Yeah, snow tires are number one, right? A lot of people don't even have snow tires. Chains aren't necessary around here, and just drive slow and watch out for guys that are clearing the roads and making them safe.
Stay home if you have to.
Stay home unless you need something. Don't go up to the grocery store for a loaf of bread at 7 a.m. because we run into those people all the time.
Monday's snow mostly turned to rain and mixed precipitation by the afternoon. For now, it's important to adjust your driving, watch the weather, and stay warm. Claire Palmer, CBC News, Nanaimo.
Well, the North Shore Mountains have also been covered by some long overdue snow. As our Sorab Sandhu is finding out, skiers and snowboarders alike say it's better late than never.
Chris Chow and his family are season pass holders at Mount Seymour Park. For the last few days, they have been eagerly monitoring the webcams at the park for signs of snow.
You looked at the cameras and there was gravel on the grounds and you could see the rocks poking through it.
But that changed on Friday when the park received a fresh dump of snow.
We've had over 64 centimeters of snowfall in 3 days, bringing our settled snow depth up to about 60 centimeters.
It was almost like overnight, it was like winter. My wife quickly jumped on the booking site and booked our 4-hour time slot.
And many others made the most of the opportunity.
Stoked, so stoked. Like, happy it's here. I have stuff to do now. Good times.
I hope we're getting more because some are not open yet, so yes, it's really exciting.
It was looking pretty dire there for a while, but you know, winter always comes around eventually.
A warm start to the winter and the lack of snow left many in the skiing community disappointed, taking some charm off the holiday season this year. With more snow in forecast, snow enthusiasts are once again lining up at local ski hills. Staff at Mount Seymour Park say they're confident of catching up after a late start to the season.
We've seen the turning point now for winter. This should be good for the full winter ahead. I think the good news is we've got 3 months in front of us of the season.
Things are looking better for other local ski hills as well, with Grouse and Cypress Mountains reporting close to 50 centimeters of snow in the last 48 hours. Environment Canada is forecasting more winter weather for the region later this week, with potential for snow on higher elevations. Saurabh Sandhu, CBC News, North Vancouver.